Hey everybody, this is Amanda from Amanda's Budgets. You're probably all wondering, what in the heck is Amanda doing with this binder? What's the plan? How are we going to get where we need to be from point A to point B? What am I doing with all the money? So let's go ahead and get into it. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I have a lot of new subscribers. I gained about 23 new subscribers in the last 24 hours. So thank you. I appreciate you. If you are a returning subscriber, an oldie, but an OG, welcome back. I know that a lot of you guys have been commenting and I appreciate you. My previous video was introducing this new binder here. This is an A5 binder. This has $928 in it. I am going to be purchasing myself some trackers for all the envelopes in this binder. If you haven't watched that video, go ahead and watch my previous two videos to get caught up before watching this video. It's okay to go back and rewatch things as well. So I'm not going to do full recap because I got to get my butt to work and I want to go make some money because I like making money. It's kind of a hobby slash necessity, right? Mostly a necessity, but you know, I like to make money. So it is what it is. I wanted to let you guys know that all of your comments were very valid. What am I going to spend this money on? What am I saving for? If you know, then you know. If you don't, then you will know here in a minute. But before we get into that, I want to talk about savings challenges. I want to talk about my plan for the remainder of the year. Let's go through the updates. So, starting off, we have this lovely composition book from the Dollar Tree. This cost me $1.25. Budgeting, planning, getting your stuff together, your shit together does not have to be an expensive ride. I do not use any fancy vinyl envelopes. I don't use fancy dancy things. I would love to buy a Cricut in the near future, but I need an upgraded computer, a real computer, not a Chromebook, and I also need to buy a Cricut. If you know anybody who does vinyl, I would love to deck this out. If you don't, that's okay too. I'll keep it as it is. It's functional. All of this to me is about functioning, working pieces. You can buy all the stuff in the world, you guys, and if you're not budgeting, if you're not following your written plan, if you're not doing all of the due diligence to get to that, if you're not, working your little butt off, if you're not working the overtime, if you haven't tried a side hustle, if you're on the struggle bus, it's going to be hard. I was on the struggle bus less than a few months ago, and here we are. So, you can do anything that you set your mind to. That's why I make a list, and I make sure that it's doable. Why would I want to do something if it's going to make it harder to finish it, if I know that it's just not an obtainable, realistic goal? So I start small, very small. These are like my version of the baby steps. I'm going to have a lot more than Dave Ramsey. I'm going to have a lot more than maybe you or your neighbor or your friend. Maybe you have more steps than I do. Everybody's journey is unique. So we got our $1,000 emergency fund. We actually added $25 into that. So it's $1,025, which I have tracked in this other page here. Look at that, woohoo! That makes me happy. And then I filed taxes. I paid for my DMV fees, which desperately needed to be paid. We revised a plan. You don't know the plan. I know the plan. I'm not going to actually tell you guys the full 100% plan until 2024, January 1st, but I'll give you a little sneak peek. But for the remainder this year, we have 3 small goals. I wanted to make them obtainable. Small, okay? Work small. Paying down my lowest credit card. I did have to fall back on credit cards while I was waiting for checks to come in. I paid that down to 0 on our last cash stuffing video. I used one savings challenge, plus I utilized a little of my extra money and budgeted money. So I put in $50 of a budgeted amount, $20 extra, and then $100 and some odd dollars towards or from a savings challenge, which I keep in this here accordion file. Next is to pay down my credit card number 2. I'm not going to disclose the amounts because I feel like that's personal. If you figure it out in a video, cool for you. I don't really, the amount doesn't matter as long as it gets paid off, right? And then adding $100 into my general savings is another goal I have. And then, of course, just making it through the holidays. I've got my husband's birthday this weekend. I have my youngest son's birthday coming up in December. We also have Thanksgiving and Christmas. And I'm going to be working New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. So just making it through the holidays. That's all that counts. So those are our goals. Now that you know our goals, I'm going to put this aside. This is our savings challenges. We will be continuing these savings challenges. How am I going to continue them? By utilizing any additional little hiccup of money that comes along. Somebody asked me, why don't you add your recycling money? If you do not know, I utilize recycling bottles, cans. They're 10 cents a piece to return them. It's just a little something that our state gives to keep people recycling. Not all states do it. It's very limited, but I didn't make a envelope in this binder because I want to use that money for savings challenges. I do get recycling from my store. I also get recycling from friends and family, and we also have recycling ourselves. I buy bottled water. I'm not going to lie. I drive around a lot. I work a lot. I work in a place where for the first time, a food place where there is no soda fountain, where I can't just pour water into a cup. I have to bring water. So I could do the non-lazy way and just get a water bottle, but it doesn't really work for me. I also hate the flavor of sitting water. It's disgusting. In a like canteen or whatever those fancy hydro flask stuff things. I'm not a fan. So we are going to continue these. So any money I decide that will go into savings challenges will go into savings challenges, and any money I decide to put in this binder will be in this binder. But we're not going to sell ourselves short. I do need to continue to do savings challenges to beef up my other sinking funds. This is one giant sinking fund, okay? This is one giant sinking fund to get something started. I also finished this coin challenge page. If you are new, I do coin challenges with these coins. I'm not doing it today, but that's what I have extra. My husband kind of threw it at me last night like, hey, go put this in the jar. So I finished off these 3 squares which were left. So we now have a total of over $32.12 in our jar, which is sitting over here in the corner. I don't really want to grab it right now because it's heavy and I'm trying to get this video done, but also update you guys all. Okay? All y'all need to be updated. All right, so this is our new binder. We have gig work. This is a set amount that I put in a challenge, which is this challenge here, where I choose the date and how much will go into each date that I need to make, and then the actual earnings, and I will put it in my fancy dancy envelope and then disperse that money into this binder at the end of each week. I am not putting all my gig working money in here because I do still utilize gig working towards bills. Part of that chunk of money you saw in my big cash stuffing was gig work, my husband's paycheck, and my paycheck, so 3 incomes. However, we're going to be using extra cash from our paychecks, whatever I feel like I can allocate towards this. We'll go into this binder, completed challenges. These are challenges I choose to complete to put into this envelope. If I want to use other challenges for sinking funds, that's fine too. If I need it for something else, I'll utilize it for something else. Savings challenges can be used for everything. You can even save for your next month's bills, whatever works for you. YouTube check, I want to start saving my whole YouTube check in here for YouTube purposes, right? For savings purposes. I don't know why I said YouTube. I'm all thinking about YouTube. I'm thinking about you guys. Etsy, this is Etsy income. This is after I take out my my taxes and the amount of money it costs me to either ship or create the product. So this is exciting. I do appreciate everybody who has bought items off my shop. I am going to be shipping them out on Saturday, or at least getting them prepared to, getting them out no later than Monday. If you did not know, I added a few items to my shop, so go check it out. Reselling, this is something I do on the side. I've been doing it for years. I like reselling stuff. I want to go to a thrift store. I want to go to a yard sale. I want to go repurpose a free item and sell it for some money. Tips, this is my tips. My husband's tips I put as his income because it is part of his income. This is any tips that I bring home at the end of the week. The idea is that I will be updating this every single week. Right now we're close to $1,000, but if you have guessed that I am trying to save for something huge to change my whole world, to change my life, my mapping, then you are correct. I am currently saving not for a down payment on a house, but for the purchase of a manufactured home in a park. I do not make the income to qualify for a loan in my area, so I have to do what I can with what I've got, and that's okay. Because anybody can qualify for a loan, but it doesn't mean that you're going to qualify for the amount you need. My credit is good. I have been working on my credit for the last few years. I have really good, work history, even with gig work, because I have worked self-employment for 2 years, which is a requirement. I still don't make enough. I would have to make 2 times the income I make now, and my husband would have to make 2 times the income he makes now as well. So that's just not doable. So you make it work for you. But this is for my house savings. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Please be kind, be open-minded, be humble about comments. Everybody's trying the best they can. If you need me to cheer you on, let me know in the comments down below. Do what you can with what you got, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.